Okay, Friday, April the 14th, and we're up at the house. I just got here like 5 minutes ago, walking around. There's obviously been water back here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get it out from underneath these cabinets. I'm hoping these are vinyl floor tiles, so I can pop those up, and they're salvageable. This, you can see all the condensation on the floor here. I don't know if this flooded. I don't think it came in through here. So much snow and ice back there. I'll put this board up to stop the window from getting broken. I think this is just condensation from the high humidity in here, and it's cold in this back room. I think that's what's going on there. See like a little delineation line there, probably from the crawl space maybe, I don't know. Not sure. This looks fine in here though. However, this room, not good. Carpet is soaking wet. The floor's been wet. Carpet is soaked. And I think these baseboards are all gonna have to come out for sure. And the wall doesn't seem so bad, but I think it did get absorbed up in. See, this is wet here, up to about there. It's not terrible, but I'm gonna have to probably cut that out. Find my shop vac, vacuum all the water up. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to lift that carpet up, or that rug. And then I think, yeah, you can see there's where the water's gotten soaked up to, about here. Just underneath the outlet. So I'm gonna have to cut that out. Although it looks like that looks like a drywall panel there. If that's the case, that's awesome. I'll just cut that section out there and redo it. Yeah, there's a seam there. Okay, so that's not terrible. Not ideal. And then in here, this side's been wet. It's not as wet. And then it looks like it's still got water over it on that side there. I think it's hard to see. There's no light shining from that side. Not terrible, but it was wet. Okay, let's get into the garage and see what's going on in there. And here in the garage, these cabinet got wet as well. So that's wet up to about here on each one. So this bottom is going to expand out and get all puffy. The front, not as noticeable, but still there. You can see that underneath. So I might be able to fix those. That's too bad. I could have popped this up on some wood. I didn't think it was going to come up higher than that. It looks like it came up 2 or 3 inches of water in here, based on kind of the marks on the door over here and the cardboard. 6 of these bags of mortar. Okay, 7 or not. That's too bad. This one here is rock solid. It's like $30. Some barrels I gotta get rid of. Feels like it's got water in it. These doors are steel. Should be okay. They got a wood core, so I'm gonna dry those out. And then the water, I'm thinking it came in from the side here through the underneath the wall, and then filled up here because of all the snow that's along the side of the house. And see, there's a slope here, so I don't think it would have gotten into the garage from here. Maybe. Possible. It's just receded. But there's a big pile of snow here. I'm thinking it, although it's weird, it doesn't usually run across the surface of snow. It usually just leaks down and hits the ground. But it may have gone into the garage there. Maybe there was enough water around here. It went in the wall here, underneath the wall. And then potentially in the front here, if there was enough meltwater and rain, that could have done it. Anyways, regardless, it got in here. It looks like went in underneath this wall, and that's the closet next to the living room on the other side of this wall. You can kind of see how looks like it got up to about there, 3 inches or so. Just different wood, I think. Okay, pretty humid in there. Let's get vacuuming. Get that carpet out of there because that is the biggest mess right now. Okay, where's that? Okay, got the shop vac on here. Pulled about 2 or 3 buckets of containers of water out. Maybe 2 full because I don't want to carry a full one, so I did like 3 things. So I'm just gonna roll this sucker up. Condensation. See, that looks like it got up over there. Gosh, that's weird. Or maybe that's just condensation dripping down. I don't know if this furniture is gonna survive. Yeah, see, look, that got up over there. Or that may be just dust from before. Anyways, oh no, yeah, it could probably just dust. Okay, and then I gotta flip these couches over because the underside of that couch is wet. It's a little skirt that's under it. I got water on it. I'd like to get these upstairs too. And then that bottom step is damp as well, so I gotta pull that out. And I think probably if I can, oh yeah, that's wet there. I gotta pull all that drywall out. F. This pisses me off. Okay, let's get this carpet. I don't know how much that carpet is gonna weigh, but it is significant. I think I'm not lifting that out of here. I'll be dragging it out. So I set the dehumidifier up, thanks Les. We're at 57, that's not so bad. The reading on the thermostat was saying over 65%. And then when I went online, it would say it was 71. So it's already going down, so that's good. So I think getting this carpet out, vacuuming up or mopping up the rest of the water on the floor. I think these are the vinyl tiles, in which case they're going to be fine if they get wet. Pretty sure. Yeah, these feel like the vinyl. Yeah, they're waterproof, so they're not going to curl up like laminate would. So I think we can save that, but I think I'm going to start on one wall. Well, actually, it's going to be easy. Got to peel all the baseboards off to get the drywall off, and then I can see what's underneath them. Hopefully there's not much. There's probably water underneath the ends, but hopefully, oh, you know what? Probably migrated underneath that. I've got to pull the whole thing up. Hopefully not, but we'll find out. Hopefully the subfloor is not soaking wet, because that would be a big pain in the ass. Okay, let's get this carpet out of here. Shockingly, that left a trail of water. I'll get that. So I was so busy this week, I really didn't take any video of actual work going through this whole process because it is a lot, and I was up there for a few weeks, but some things took off into different directions, and it's actually turned out to be a good thing that this happened because it allowed us to go in, and you'll see in this photo coming up, the sill plate or bottom plate of the wall up on especially the north and northeast corner of the house was just a mess, and the bottom of the studs, they need replacing as well. So we're planning on replacing the sheeting around the bottom part of the house and either putting some kind of other material up to protect it from snow load resting up against the wood all winter and spring. So anyways, we got in there and we're going to be able to see, well, got in there opening up the walls and was able to see what was needs to be done. But then the other thing that we're going to have to do is replace those studs. So we'll have to open up the sheeting a little more than I thought I was going to, put some sister studs up beside it, connect them all in, and replace that bottom plate after bracing up the ceiling around that corner of the house. But anyways, one thing I would recommend if you're going to be doing this is take the flooring out first before you start hacking the drywall out, because it created quite the drywall dust mess all over the laminate flooring, and it took a long time to clean all that up. So if you can take the flooring out first, put some plastic down along the walls, take out all the drywall, and then get the drywall out, that would be a lot better for you. And I left these walls open almost the entire 3 weeks that I was there, just to get them as dry as possible, and I repeatedly sprayed it with a mold control killer spray every couple days to make sure that all got knocked down. And when the humidity was low, as you can see in the dehumidifier there, I eventually tightened everything up. The ongoing efforts to recover from this little snowmelt flood that we had last week. I'm not sure exactly where the water came in from, but I believe it was partly from the garage, which is through there. Through this floor here is one big flat concrete slab, and probably up from the walls on the outside as well. We've got a waterfall in the adjacent property up on the mountain there, and it just completely overflowed. They've got so much water over there, and it came in underneath the snowpack here. You can see it's kind of hollowed out under there. I don't know if you can see that, maybe there. And came up through the walls. And when I got here, this carpet or rug that was in this room was soaking wet, and I pulled about 15 gallons of water out of it. But fortunately, concrete floor, so it didn't absorb any water. And all this is all vinyl tiling, so it's all waterproof. So really just spraying everything down with mold spray, make sure nothing's gonna get moldy, drying it all out. And I'll get this all reinstalled later this week. Had a little bit of dampness on the carpet at the bottom there, so I just pulled that up, and I'll put some flooring across the face of it to cover it up. Gonna have to do something about this roof up here too. Here's more flood issues back here. But so much snow and ice comes off the roof because of that metal roof. I'm gonna have to get some snow dampers up there, or guards, they call them, I think, to keep the snow up on the roof so it can melt a little bit more slowly instead of dumping off in big, huge sheets. But anyways, I put this piece of paneling up there to stop the snow from coming back into the glass patio door. Not a big lover of patio sliding doors, so I'll have to probably get rid of this at some point in time. But for now, it's gonna do the job. But I put this board up to keep the snow and ice from piling back into the glass and breaking. So I was up here for about 3 weeks, and once probably the first few days had this all cleaned up and cut out or drying, and then got into a bunch of other projects as I just let this sit for the next about 2.5 weeks. And then right at the very end, got it all drywalled up after thinking that the walls were dry enough and not getting moldy. And we got a couple layers of mud on there, sanded it all down, and got some paint and baseboards back on. I think it looks pretty good.